Hey guys, it's Eileen Carlucci, author of the upcoming book, Your New Life Starts Now. And happy Tuesday. I am on tonight for my weekly mindset reboot. So if you're ready to get your mindset rebooted, you're at the perfect place, because what I'm going to share about tonight, I will tell you that in a minute actually. But first, I'm going to share a little bit about me. I know most of you know me well, but not everybody does. Like I said, I have my book, Your New Life Starts Now, which will be coming out in April 2022. I'll be launching that. And I am also a speaker. I'm a midlife reinvention coach and a stylist. And, I know I've said this on my lives, if you've seen before, like people sometimes ask me, like, what does a life coach do? Or what does a midlife reinvention coach do? And who do you help? So I help women who are in midlife transitions. And if you wonder what's a midlife transition, well, maybe a midlife divorce. You have the empty nest happening, right? That's always, those are two big significant things in your life. You get divorced, you're empty, the kids go away to college. What do I do next? We also have, sometimes we're in a transition with a job. Like we have this big exit happening right now. A lot of people don't want to stay in their job. Either they've been laid off or they've just left the job. They want a whole new career switch. Or sometimes like maybe even wanting to start a business, but like, is that a smart idea right now financially? So, and I also help women with their wardrobe. Really three things: mindset reset, wardrobe makeover, and lifestyle transformation. And lifestyle is like however you want to live your life, your surroundings and your career and your clothes and really just painting the picture of everything you want and like achieving it and fulfilling on it. So that's where I come in as a midlife reinvention coach. So just wanted to share a little bit about what I do. I also will be talking about, I have a brand new signature program coming out. I'm so excited to be sharing that next week. So I'm going to be talking about that with Ooh La La. It's an amazing package filled with all the bells and whistles. So I will be sharing about that. And I also have an amazing group called Create a Life You Love, a life designed by you. And this is all about creating a life how you say it's going to go, designing it the way you say it's going to go, and like fulfilling on all your epic dreams and not putting them on hold 1 minute longer. Okay. So that, I will put the link, or if, some reason I forget to put the link in the chat, you can find it. If you go on my profile page, you go on my link tree, you'll see you can join the group right there. So, anyway, but those are some of the little announcements I wanted to make before I get started on the topic. And the topic is, and I'm sure you've heard this quote, which I love this quote: the comeback is greater than the setback, right? So I'm going to actually share 5 really amazing tips with you on when you feel like you're on a setback and you don't even know how to get started again, like how to restart your life. And believe me, I've been there myself. About, 6-7 years ago, I found myself suddenly separated. I'm heading towards divorce. I had my kids going off to college. I lost my amazing dad, my boxer, and I had been a stay-at-home mom for many years. So I, was trying to look for a job to go back into the workforce. And I just felt like I lost my identity. Like so much had changed in such a short time. And I remember coming home one night, the house is empty, and I'm just like, who am I? I don't even know who I am. I felt like I don't even know who this woman is. So, I was, really upset for a good long while. And I just felt like I was in this setback that I could not somehow get out of. Like everything that I had planned all of a sudden shifted. And I don't know if you've had this before, but if you have, if you want to share in the comment below a setback you may have had. And I just honestly didn't know what to do. So one night I was throwing myself a pity party a lot, during these times. And one night I said, you know what, I'm done. They're like, the whole world is really my oyster. And maybe I just need a little help with getting started, right? So that's what I did. I signed up for a personal growth and development class. I hired a coach. I tell everyone, who is looking to redesign their life, to either get a mentor, a coach, a counselor, a therapist, whatever you need to kind of get past what's had you stuck and move forward, right? So, and even right now, believe me, a lot of you know me pretty well and you see me posting. Like I started my business about 3 years ago. So I started Redesign Your Life Coach. Before that, I was hosting empowering events for women for about 2 years. And a lot of you see me, I love to go glam and post and everything, and it looks great. But what you don't see is the back end. Like there's a lot that goes into, I had no clue in 2018 when I decided I had redesigned my life at that point. I got the job. I was hosting the events. I was fixing up my closet in my house, and the kids were in college, getting out of college. I felt like, yeah, I arrived to my new destination. And then I started a business. Well, I was a little naive back then. Like I just kind of jumped all in. I did have a business coach. I was going through amazing training. There's Cheryl and David. I love how you guys are always come in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I hope you find value from the lives. Thanks for coming, Cheryl and David. So, I'm just saying, I jumped all in, I started this business, and believe me, I feel like sometimes I've had my setbacks these past 3 years in business. It is not easy. No one tells you when you start a business. I mean, you hear most businesses fail, but you really don't know why until you're in it. But it's just, entrepreneurship, like anything, like a job or whatever. It's a little bit of a roller coaster. You have your good days and your bad. But I didn't understanding my numbers and, with sales and sales calls and, writing content and marketing. And there's just so much that goes into a business, showing up live, even when you don't feel like doing it. So I've had my setbacks even these past 3 years. But what right now in 2022, I really took on a rebrand, and I'm having another comeback. So this is like taking my business to the next level. And if you haven't seen my rebrand video, that was a few weeks back. You can scroll down my page. And it's all about when you're ready to have that comeback, you really declare, I'm rebranding myself. I'm up-leveling my game, taking my life to the next level. And I declared author in, April 2022, and I show up as her. So even when I'm in one of those, Debbie Downer moods, I'm like, all right, this is not what you're committed to. This is not what you're committed to. I give myself a time when I'm going to stop throwing myself a pity party, and then I get on it, right? You have too much to do to sit there in this mindset. And the fact that I absolutely love what I do, even the hard days, just coaching people and really, I'm so committed for women to really get and own their power and just really design their life and live out all their epic dreams. And when they start really fulfilling on them, I'm their biggest cheerleader. So it's an honor. As much as that the business side of business isn't always easy to do, it's really a true honor to be able to, coach clients and see them have a transformation. It's been the most amazing journey for me. So anyway, so here we are. We're talking when you're in that, that setback. We've all been in this major, global pandemic, and we've all been set back. Every one of us has been touched by this in some way, some more than others, with sickness and people lost people and jobs and just the uncertainty of not knowing, right? So we're kind of in a setback, right? So what I say, what really worked for me, and I'm going to share these 5 really great tips. So if you want to write them down, you get to decide, okay? So you got to really give yourself permission, whatever happened during these times or in your life, or what's ever holding you back, you got to really give yourself permission to kind of just not stay stuck in the story anymore. And it's hard because some things are really profound that happen in our lives, but you got to really say to yourself, I'm capable. I am capable. I can do this. This is my one and only life. It's not a dress rehearsal. So you just got to kind of make the decision. Either I'm going to keep going down this road of I'm not happy or waiting for something to happen or circumstances to change or other people to change, or you can just decide, you know what, I'm taking it on right now. I am so darn capable. I'm a powerhouse, and really just own it, right? So you got to it's like a decision, So when I'm having, like I said, my Debbie Downer, trying to business owner days, that's what I say to myself. Like, what are you committed to? Like, come on, don't even go there, right? Like, let's just get off it. So that's the first thing. Make that decision. And if you have to do affirmations, just give yourself that permission to release it. All the burdens and, whatever's holding you back, just release it. The next thing, tweak how you see what happened, because it's almost like you're redefining the past, like what happened, because sometimes it's hard to move forward because we're like, wait, this shouldn't have happened. Those shoulda, wouldas, couldas, like this shouldn't have happened. If I would have, right? And we can't really change, it's done. So you kind of almost have to tell a new story, like write a new story about what happened, right? And how you can use it to go forward. Like no matter how painful it was, there's always something that you could take away, even if it's helping other people work through their pain. So just tweak however that setback seemed to you. Like say a divorce, for instance, like I was supposed to be married forever and now like I'm in a different financial situation or whatever it is. Like maybe you're meant to help people. That's what I do. I mean, I help women go create an amazing life after divorce. And I couldn't see that back then when I was in my setback mode. I was just like, what happened here? How wasn't supposed to roll, right? So yeah, you could just refine it and see it differently. So, and I see Vaughn. Hey Vaughn, how's it going? David and Cheryl. Okay, so number 3 is focus on things that you can control. Okay, so you cannot control what's happening in the world right now. You can't control other people. There's so much things that are out of our control. So if you really just focus on what you can control, like yourself and how you react to people, and are you going to want to put that much focus on things that are just stupid? And sometimes we get upset over menial things. And really kind of shift the focus. And I've said this in other videos. I'm such a believer of shifting the focus on the end goal, right? That end game. Like, where do you want to be? Right? Like my end goal, like when I start getting, hey, it's great to catch up. You look amazing. Thank you. I love what you're saying. I love you, Vaughn. And I hope everything's going in your new city and you're enjoying. I love seeing your pictures. So thank you for joining in. And guys, it's funny. See these earrings? I just found a bunch of earrings from, I'm not kidding, the 1990s. I had bought these in 1990 and I kept all those old earrings. Kept them for my daughter, but this isn't really her style. But so I thought I'd wear them again. So, okay, so we're talking about your focus, and a good way to say, okay, you're focusing on, like I said, when I have a bad day, I'm an author. Get that book done. Don't take yourself off the hook. Like you've made a commitment to have it done then, right? And if you need to, like what's always helped me and held me accountable, either I have an accountability partner or I do have a lot of friends that I've done training programs that are coaches. Sometimes we will coach each other. I've had coaches most of my life, mentors. I have a business coach right now. Like really make sure you're set up with someone that's going to help you, right? If you're saying, I want that comeback, I just don't know how to maybe get there. I know what I want to do. I'm really clear on what I want to do, but I need someone to be like, help me, guide me to get there. Because we all need we can't do life alone. It's just not possible. So really suggest that. So just to go over, again, make the decision, right? You're going to give yourself permission to let go of burdens, whatever happened, it's happened. And you're going to tweak it and see it a little, redefine how you used to look at your past life, right? Or whatever that happened. And like how you can take those experiences and share them with the world and maybe help other people or whatever, however you can take those experiences and make it like, a plus, a good thing, right? Yes, changing the perspective shifts the outcome. It sure does, doesn't it? And then again, the focus, right? The end game, when you're like, you want that comeback, all right, this is the end game, and believe me, yeah, life happens and sometimes you get yourself well, but that's where you have the coach, the mentor, counselor, whatever. So you want to make sure you're set up, right, for success. Also like what this is number 4, what lessons you've learned, right? Because everything we learn, like just, and lessons to take with us through life. So instead of focusing on, I had the setback or whatever. I mean, yeah, and things like bad things can happen, even with like having an accident or being really sick. Like these are some heavy things, but you'll learn through it, and also gives you a lot of strength, right? That you never thought you had, right? And then again, it's sharing with people so that have maybe go through the same thing, right? So you can be that person for other people, right? So the lessons, you want to take those lessons and, you know, and really just embrace those lessons, because life's a journey. It really is a journey. I was going to do, and I'm so mad I forgot. I can maybe pull it up on my computer, but I'll say it at the end. I'll talk about it at the end. And then the last thing, the fifth tip, is change the victim mentality. And like we all sometimes, we really, and we love doing it. I do it myself. We become a victim in a story, like this happened and these people this and da 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 da. You know, and people do it, like they talk about their childhoods and their siblings and their da 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 da, you know, our boss and da, you know, whatever has happened in our life, and we become a victim. So I would say you just step out of that story, like, I don't really want to be in this victim story anymore. And you step into your leadership, like step into being the CEO of your own life. Like, all right, no more of this victim, because what does that do for you, being a victim? And most of the time we're so upset about whoever did what to us, they're not even thinking about it. They kind of moved on. So why are we doing this to ourselves? So, you know, just really like, you know, step into that. You're a leader. You're the leader of your own life, right? You get to say how it's going to go, right? So that's what I want to share tonight. And I was going to end it with this amazing poem, but I forgot to. I was going to have it and read it to you. But if you can, I will tell you about the poem. It's called The Train of Life. And it's about, you know, our life, like, us, like our journey through life on a train, right? Now people come on the car, like sometimes they're riding in that main car with you, and sometimes they're a couple cars back. Sometimes they get off the train for a little bit and they come back on, and sometimes they go off forever. And it's just like a journey. It's going to be, you're going to have your ups, your downs, your highs, your lows. But, you know, in the end, like really when you come into this world, it's all about love, because everyone loves a new baby. And when you leave, everyone's sad that you leave. So no matter what setbacks you have in your life, no matter what, there's always an opportunity for a comeback. And I'm going to share those last 5 tips again, one more time. So if you make the decision, give yourself permission to leave all the burdens behind, whether you have to write affirmations or whatever. Like you give, like I am totally capable. I don't have to let this setback stop me anymore. Like you just got to get out of your own way. 2, tweak how you see whatever happened, right? You redefine your old story. You know, like I was using the example of someone that got divorced. I wasn't supposed to get divorced. This isn't how it was supposed to go. But now, you know, someone gets divorced and now they help women, you know, have it, you know, through a divorce, right? They coach women through a divorce. So you kind of can redefine it to like see all the good stuff out of that thing, to redefine and create your new story, right? I see Jerry and Arena. Hey, ladies. You're going to focus on things you can control. You can't control what's happening in the world right now. You can't ever control anyone or what's happening. You can only control it. You react to it. And you want to make sure that comeback, that you know what your end game is. Like, I'm having this comeback. What is my end game? And then if you need a coach, a mentor, you know, a counselor, whatever, so you can really, like I said, I have my book, April 2022, it's coming out. That's my end game. I'm making a comeback again. I'm rebranding myself. What the lessons you learned, every experience you learn lessons, and you take them on your life journey with you. And number 5 is change the victimhood mentality. You know, sometimes we want to put ourselves in a story and make ourselves the victim. And we're going to step out of that story and step into our leadership. We are the leaders of our own life, the CEO of our life. There's no one can take our power away, right? Only if we let them. So that's what I want to share tonight. Hey, Jerry. I'm so glad you guys showed up tonight. I hope you found the tips valuable. If you think someone may like this video, please share. I'm going to make it public, so if you'd like to share. If you're looking for a coach or you want to have a call or a coffee chat, I'd love to have a conversation no matter what, just to get to know you more and what you're up to in life. And next week, I'm going to share a little bit about my new signature program, so I cannot wait to share that. So And I hope everyone has a super night. I love you all, and make it a powerful week, right? You are the leader of your own life. Woo woo, go for it. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.